Hey everybody, and welcome back to another review. Today we don't have time to do a multi-movie review because I have been absolutely packed this month. A lot of trips back to back. I don't have enough time. But today we are going to be talking about something very close to my heart: Spider-Man: Homecoming. So this is the 6th overall Spider-Man film and the 3rd reboot, and I think the franchise is in for the long run this time. Sony gets some of the money, but it's clearly a Marvel crafted film, and so yeah, I think it's gonna work out well, hopefully. With that, let's get into the pros. So one, Tom Holland is fantastic as this character. He gets the right balance between this shy, timid nerd who's quiet, and also this clever, funny guy who likes to crack jokes. I don't feel like either of the previous iterations did that well. Tobey Maguire over here was he was too quiet, too shy. It was very frustrating to watch. He didn't really feel like he had that much of a character other than that. Andrew Garfield was just cocky, and it didn't really feel like Spider-Man. It didn't really feel like Peter Parker. He was okay in the costume, but you can't have Spider-Man without Peter Parker. And also the villain was a solid villain. He was compelling to watch. Michael Keaton gets it just right. He has just the basic motivation of he wants to help out his family, and it's just a business to him, nothing more than that. And I think he worked well enough. They didn't try to waste time explaining this whole backstory with him. They just focused on when he was the villain, and he just didn't really have that big of a backstory to begin with. And I think when it really works is when they have the twist. And you can see the tension between Spider-Man and him when the twist is revealed that he's actually Liz's daughter, and that was, I did not see that coming. That was incredible. Like, one of the best scenes I've seen. You can really see the horror on Peter's face. So a lot of people are concerned about Tony Stark's role in this movie. He plays a very significant role, but he never really overstays his welcome. He's just there to give Peter lectures, to be his mentor, to be that sort of fatherly figure that he's lost 2 times. And he's also there to remind us that this is all building to something in the Avengers universe. At some point, we don't even know when or where, because Spider-Man refused the offer and is deciding to just be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man for a while. And I thought that was a pretty bold move. They're not just going for this ham over fish, just cinematic universe. They're just making some fun Spider-Man movies, and eventually they'll get there. Okay, it's still a developing thing, which is crazy to me because Avengers 3 is just around the corner. So I am just amazed at how if they even are gonna pull this off. But yeah, I thought Tony Stark was very funny in this movie. His humor didn't really feel forced like it did in Civil War, and I thought he was great. And also, we have the action. The action in this movie is very good. They travel all these sort of places and make all these dynamic, very interesting, chaotic situations where lives are at stake, but it still feels lighthearted and fun. The cinematography is decent, so you can understand what's going on here, and I just really liked it. Overall, I think this movie really puts emphasis on this is just going to be a fun Spider-Man movie. It's just under a new Marvel Cinematic Universe lens. But with that, let's talk about the things that took away from my enjoyment of this movie. The cons. So one, Peter Parker, I just really wanted to see more of him in this high school environment. Every time they build up a scenario, they just sort of ditch like the actual school scenario, and they just went, Peter left to go do some superhero stuff. And I wish they had tied in some of the action to the school events, like maybe Peter could have gone to the dance, and the vulture could have swept in, putting lots of lives at stake. Uh, you know, his daughter was there. It would have been interesting. I just wish they had played on that a bit more, but instead he gets no consequences for barely attending school anymore, and some people just come to expect it. And yeah, I'm just like, son, do your studies. Okay, sorry. Uh, Second, the love interest plotline is really bad. It feels really forced. There's no chemistry between the characters, and it's not believable that this girl who's way out of this guy's league would pick him. Like, in the original movie, you're like, well, Mary Jane puts on this facade that she's all cool, but really, she's, this deeper character inside. She has an abusive father and all this, and you would believe that she would actually, pick Peter Parker, and they have this awkward sort of chemistry. But for this one, they just don't work whatsoever. She's not that nice. Her character was not that likable, other than she's pretty, and I couldn't believe that when I saw that, how just unlikable they were as a couple and unbelievable. I think she can do a lot better, girl. Okay, this is why I shouldn't do reviews. I'm just taking all these, like, unrelated factors and just putting in, like, I'm really, like, invested in the characters. And maybe that's a good thing, and maybe that's a bad, concerning thing. Anyway, I overall would give this movie a light to decent 7 out of 10. I think it was very worth seeing in theaters. On the big screen. It was a very just fun, simple Spider-Man movie. As I said, they didn't try to go, out of the ballpark. It was familiar, and yeah, I really like this character. The movies are always just so simple, escapist, fun action movies that just give me a little bit more faith in humanity. And I think overall it didn't need to be more than just a fun, lighthearted Spider-Man movie. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this review today. Let me know if you like these, you want more, you want them daily. Well, guess what? I don't have jack money, so I can't really. Also, I'm sort of 13, so I can't really just travel on my own, see all the movies I want. But yeah, like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you like my videos for some reason, and as always, I will see you next video, and mighty roar. Rah!